Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Mercy Ogechi. In this video, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful crisscross bubu top. It's quite easy and beginner friendly. If this is your first time coming across my video, please don't forget to subscribe. And for my returning subscribers, thank you for coming back. And also don't forget to like, comment and share. For this style, I used about 2.5 inches of organdy fabric. So we are going to start working on the back first. We'll use the back to cut out the front. So you're going to fold your fabric into two. You're going to fold the width of your fabric into two this way. Make sure to smoothen it out because working with organza and organdy fabric can be quite stressful. So after that, you are going to draw out your starting point line. Then you are going to put your measurement. From the starting point line, I measured the length of the top. I don't know if I should call it a top or a short bubu gown. Anyways, it can serve for the both. And in this video, I might be calling it any of the two. After marking the length, you're going to mark the neckline. And because this is the back we are working with, I mark a neckline of 3 inches width and 1 inch depth. Then you're going to mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2. And from the shoulder measurement, you are going to mark the length of the sleeve. I marked my shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 8 inches. So from that 8 inches, I marked the length of the sleeve I wanted, which is 16 inches. So from the length of the sleeve, I came down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. Then from the shoulder slope, I came down by 11 inches for the sleeve opening. Because this is a bubu gown, it's not meant to be fitted on the body. Therefore, we are going to be working with the largest circumference of the body, which is the hip. So the hip I'm working with is 44 inches. So 44 inches divided by 4 will give me 11. So I marked 11 plus extra 4 inches. 11 plus extra 4 inches allowance is going to give us 15 inches. So I marked 15 inches from the sleeve point to the full length of the gown. Coming up to that point where I marked 11 inches for the sleeve, we are going to curve it to blend in with the body measurement. I measured from the sleeve length to the center back. Then whatever I have, I bring it down to that 11 inches for the sleeve and marked. Then I connected it with my ruler, and after that I cut it out, and that is it for the back. For the front, I'll be cutting it on the floor because the table will not accommodate the measurements. Remember that for this style, you are going to fold the width of your fabric by 2. So when I placed my back piece on it, I realized that the length I measured earlier was much longer than the whole fabric folded into 2. So I had to cut out the excess. As you can see, the front piece is wider than the back piece. This is because we are going to create the crisscross effect on the front piece, and make sure that the excess is on the center front and not at the side. So now you're going to determine how deep you want your neckline to be at the front. So I marked 8 inches. Then I'm going to connect it with my ruler to meet the back neck width. The next thing you're going to do now is to get the midpoint of the whole length. For instance, I'm working with a 30 inches full length. So 30 divided by 2 is going to give me 15 inches. So I'm going to mark 15 inches and make a horizontal line from that 15 inches. Now you're going to determine the length of the crisscross. For instance, after dividing your length by 2 and getting the midpoint, and you have 15 inches or 16 inches, you should work with a 26 inches length for the crisscross, because anything bigger than that might be too bulgy, might be too big, like it will not relax. But if you're working with, let's say, 28 and above, you may need to add extra inches. Then if you're working below 14, maybe 13, 12, then you should use less than 25 inches. I don't know if you understand. So because mine is 15 inches, I'll be marking 26 inches for the crisscross. Then you're either going to use a curve ruler or freehand to curve it and blend it into the neckline this way. After that, you can go ahead and cut, and make sure to use your pin to hold it down before cutting. This is it after cutting, so we're going to go over to the sewing machine and start with the sewing. Now you're going to work on the shoulders first. You're going to sew the shoulder for the left and the right, and make sure to use your pin to hold it down. After joining the shoulders, you are also going to join the two sides with 1/2 inch or 1 inch. After joining the shoulder and the side, you are going to get the wrap pieces, that is the pieces for the crisscross. You are going to join them right side facing each other. You are not twisting yet, just join them right side facing each other. After joining the wrap for the crisscross, you are going to open up the seam and iron it. Then you are going to notch the center back. Now you are going to fold the wrap this way. You are going to fold it once this way. Then after folding it, you are going to twist it once. Then you are going to align the seam to that notch you place at the center back. You are going to align it right side facing each other, and then you're going to use your pin to hold it down. You are going to be pinning it from the back neckline all the way to the front neckline, and as you are pinning it, you are smoothing it out. You keep on pinning until you can no longer pin. That is when you get to the twisted area that you can no longer pick the fabric. You are going to stop there, and you go over to the other side and start pinning again from the back all the way to where you can no longer pin. After that, you can now go over to the sewing machine and sew it. After sewing, this is what I have. So the next thing you're going to do is to hem the down part and also the sleeve. Then you're also going to weave the allowance at the collar and by the sides. Then you are going to go ahead and iron it, and that will be all. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.